Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast. My name is Henry Lawrence, and in this episode, we're going to talk about what is the point. If you are lost, if you are hurting, if you are struggling, what is the point of shifting into positive energy and why it can change your life? Make sure to stay tuned to the very end because we're going to take a deep, healing, meditative breath that helps align on this message and move forward throughout the day. So I was doing some reflection, trying to figure out, one, what to talk about today, but two, what's the point? Why does somebody want to feel better? Why would somebody want to be in a higher energy? Why would you want to shift when it seems like everything ends? When you get a dark place, when your mind starts struggling with low thoughts, negative thoughts, painful thoughts, what's the point starts creeping in? Why should I even care? Why should I even do this? Because in the end, I'm going to die. This is going to end. People are going to forget about me. It doesn't even matter. Like you can start thinking about all these things. And I was running through those thoughts, trying to understand how could I help that person make a shift? If that person's struggling, how could I make them see something different? How could I make them feel something different? And that's when it hit me, the feeling. That is where we go. You see, something that we all want to feel, in fact, something that we desire to feel, is love. Right now, if you're feeling negative, you wish you could feel love for something. Feel love for you. Feel love for a purpose. Feel love for your day. Feel love for your family. Feel love for your job. Feel love for your life. You wish that you could feel that love. And when it's absent, that's when we feel empty. You think that you feel pain, but truly you experience pain. But when you experience pain without finding love, without love in it, it is brutal. That is hell, absence of love. So if we start making our purpose to connect with love, not our purpose to become this doctor, become this lawyer, become this millionaire, become this or that, whatever. No, if we make our purpose about getting into the love energy, it will start to fill us. It will separate ourselves from the ego. It'll separate ourselves from the man-made purpose, the human purpose. That doesn't mean we won't have them. You could find your love and be an architect. You could find your love and be a designer. You could find your love and be a parent. But finding that love is key. Well, if you want to find something, you have to get good at finding it. In yesterday's episode, I talked about gratitude. Gratitude is the process to connecting to positive energy. I would say venting or complaining is the process of connecting to negative energy. One's not good and one's not bad. They're just different processes. When you get good at finding love, you will find more love for yourself. That's why gratitude is so important. So if you're feeling unfulfilled at your job, if you're feeling unfulfilled in your relationship, if you're feeling unfulfilled as a parent, if you're feeling unfulfilled as a human, don't try to solve that. Try to just find love. You could find love for the food that you're about to eat. You may not find the love for you, but you could find the love in the food. If you're going to eat a hamburger at a restaurant, think about the person that had the idea to start the restaurant. The person whose dream was to create this restaurant and make this food. Somewhere you can find love for something. The better you get at finding it, the better you will get at receiving it because your perception is your reception. How you perceive the world is how you receive it. So if you don't know how to perceive love in your life, if you don't know how to perceive love for you, if you don't know how to perceive love for your job, if you don't know how to do that, you cannot receive it. It's there. But you have this powerful gift of receiving what you're perceiving. So you cannot perceive negative energy. You cannot perceive painful energy. Doesn't mean you won't experience it. You are going to go through that pain. But when you go through a hard situation without love, that is a certain type of hell. But if you can go through experience and still find the love in it, you go through that experience and actually grow. Because the love will separate you from self. The love will separate you from identifying with the pain that you're in. So if you're in a deep hole right now, and I've been getting a lot of messages lately, I don't know if it's because I've been spelling out my Instagram at the end or it's just coincidence. But so many people have been reaching out and sharing the hurt, the pain, the journey they've been that's not recent. That they've been struggling for a year or more through something. And that by tuning into the podcast, it was shifting the perspective. What they don't think they realized, or maybe they realized over time, it's not what's in the positive, or it's not what's in the podcast. It's what's in your mind when you listen to it. This is not a sequence of words that should make you feel better. This is a sequence of words that should cause you to reflect. And when you start to reflect, you start to move and find something good in your life because you separate yourself from the ego. And you start to realize, oh, I do have the power to see something good. And even though your situation hasn't changed, the pain hasn't changed, the hard thing that you're going through hasn't changed, you start to find something that you can use the law of attraction to attach yourself to. Oh, there's love in this restaurant because somebody in 1923 came up with the idea to start this restaurant. And they lived their dream. They created it. And now, 60, 70, 80, 100 years later, I am eating a hamburger that they created. Wow, that's powerful. That was a powerful love of a vision. Maybe it's a sports team. Maybe it's a favorite player. Maybe it's a discovery in science. Whatever it is, find the love in something. You're going through a treatment. You've got a very bad diagnosis and you're fighting it. Somebody went through something that led them to be so passionate. They're on the cutting edge of solving what it is that you're going through. And maybe the treatments, the medicines, the plans that they came up with are giving people like you a chance. There's love in that. And maybe they went through something painful that inspired them to do it, but there's love in the fact that it might save you. Love is the answer. It's not I love you is the answer. Love, the highest frequency. You know it when you have it, and you know it when it's not it. You know when there's love, and you know when there's not. Somebody can't teach you enough to understand, to be like, oh, I just didn't understand that was love. No, you know the feeling of true love. Now, I'm not talking about relationships or things like that. I'm talking about the energy. You know it because you felt it before. There's been moments in your life where you felt it, even if it was a brief moment where your hair stood up on your skin. You felt the warmth of the sun. You're taking in every ounce of everything that's happening with you in that moment. You have been there, so you know what it's like to experience love. If you want it more in your life, just get good at finding it. Gratitude is the key. Practice it often. You're feeling negative, practice gratitude. You're feeling angry, practice gratitude. You're feeling upset, practice gratitude. You're feeling mad, practice gratitude. You're feeling lost, practice gratitude. Even if you can't find something to be thankful for yourself, find something that somebody should be thankful for. That is getting good at finding love. If you get good at finding the color green, if every day you wake up, okay, I'm going to find the color green. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed, you're hunting for that color green. Guess what? In every situation, you'll be able to find green faster than the next person. Because you get good at looking for something. If you're in a negative mindset, if you're feeling depressed, if you're going through anxiety, if you're going through those things, then you will get good at finding the things that are causing you to feel that way. And so the longer you're in it, the more time you spend in it, the better you will be getting at doing that. I've worked with people, I've coached with people, and there are times where I have to tell them this. I have to say, no matter what I do, no matter what I say, no matter what I show you, I realize now I cannot defeat your ability to find the negative in what I'm saying. Because you're the creator of your experience. I cannot make you better. I cannot make you shift. You have that power. This podcast can't solve a single thing for you. You have that power. So if you've been going down the tube, if you've been falling down and you don't know how to stand back up, just start looking for love. And I don't mean love from somebody, love as in the frequency. When somebody created something, when somebody did something, read a book about someone doing something amazing, watch a movie about somebody doing something amazing, and focus on finding love. Because somebody with a really negative mindset, somebody that's really struggling, can watch the most beautiful things and find what's wrong with them. Can see the most beautiful people, and I'm not talking about physically beautiful, I'm talking about energetically, can see them, interact with them, and find the worst things with them. because they're so good at that. But if they can be so good, and if that's you, if you can be so good at being negative, you can also be so good at being positive. You've just been on the wrong journey. You've just been hurt. You've just been let down. But you're here now. This message isn't just a random message that you stumbled across. Every action you took led you to this one chance to change your perspective. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a deep breath. And when you breathe in, I want you to focus on love. Just say it in your mind. Love, love, love. You might even need to say, I see love, I see love, I see love, I see love everywhere I go, whatever it is. And then when you're holding your breath, visualize yourself spotting love in the world around you. Make it real. When you exhale, allow anything that no longer resonates with you to leave you so you can move forward in that energy. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. This message found us for a reason. This was from reflection, from thinking, from spending time with people, from understanding, from observing. It's a shared message, so use it to reflect. Remember, those that don't reflect are projecting. So if you are looking at your life, but then you see, but it's this person's fault, it's that person's fault, it's my parents, it's the economy, it's the politicians. If you're doing that, you're in projection mode and you can't see the beauty within you because you're going to project your way from seeing it. Use this time to reflect. Find the love and become the rising tide that lifts all ships.
The new McCrispy Strip is here. Dip approved by ketchup, tangy barbecue, honey mustard, Sprite, McFlurry, Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and creamy chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. And if you want to reach out to me, whether it's just to say you've enjoyed this podcast, or you're thinking about doing a program to where you could make a mental shift just like the one that was gone over in this episode, you can reach out to me via email at henry@vibeabundant.com. That's HENRY at vibe, abundant.com. Or you can reach out to me on Instagram. That's at realhenryg and at realhenryg. And you can follow me there or send me a message. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.